But we can't make the world go around without polarity. You can't have an electric circuit without a positive and a negative charge. It doesn't work.
I think that's the biggest issue when it comes to American people overall is our expectations are unrealistic for what we want, right? So women, like you were saying, Aisha, you want to be equal almost to your husband, but in reality, we really don't, right? We really don't want to have to put in as much work as men do. We really don't want to have to do everything that they do, but we want to be seen like they're seen. But that's just not, it's not fair and it's not realistic. And it doesn't work for the overall, it doesn't work for the overall home, honestly. Like if we're talking about families and building families specifically, and I think that's where the disconnect comes in, because when we speak about these things, a lot of times, even like Luis was saying, we speak specifically from an individual perspective, what you specifically wanted for yourself rather than what is going to work for the entire family. There is a truth that each person has a role in the house, and it's not that your role is diminished because you're a woman, but because you're a woman, you are in a certain role. If we are following, like Clout said, the actual Bible, the order of everything should be God, man, women, children. And it's like that for a reason. You want the man to be able to lead. You want to be able to support him in his dreams. It doesn't mean that you can't have your own. It doesn't mean that you can't go after what you want to go after. But I would rather have a man that is going after what he wants and I'm supporting him through that, and he's putting in all of that grind and hard work, where I can focus on my children and I can focus on my house and making sure that the family is okay. I think we've gotten away from that in American society. Just like Louise said, we don't focus on what's better for the entire family. Our expectations are off because of the amount of freedom that we've been given and how we think about life now. We always think about it from a very selfish point of view.
I'm so happy
let me tell you this. I talked about it the other day about the women of the 60s, and y'all kind of gave me hell on that, saying these women 25 ain't like the women of 60. And that's why I said what I said, man, because y'all want to be equal. Look, we're not partners. We're not equal. Why do you want to be? Enjoy the double standards that you ladies have. No accountability. Get away with doing what you want to. Act like a child, but get treated like an adult. Love it. Enjoy it. Embrace it. Instead, y'all don't want to. Y'all want to act like y'all want to until the consequences come and y'all have to deal with it. So when I heard women talking about, I choose to be single, you don't choose to be single. No, you don't choose that. That's not what you really want. What you really want is what I have. You want a husband like Hank in your goddamn life. Instead, you don't. You got a clown ass dude who you are taking care of while he's playing Xbox, PlayStation all goddamn day. No, that's not what you want. You want a man like me who's going to make sure you in a good place. Miss Hink is up in the bedroom right now, enjoying the television, enjoying the fruits of my labor. She's blessed. You don't have them blessed women who say, I choose to be single. Nah, you don't. When them cold days, when you have to go out and shovel 10 inches of snow, your man's out there. Instead, you got to hope your maintenance man come through. I could tell them women ain't no homeowners. You know why? Because you can't call the maintenance man and put a work order in, tell him come fix the shit. No. You're going to have to figure it out your goddamn self. And you heifers don't want to do that. When you don't feel like going to work, but that man going to continue to work and go into the death of him until he's ready to retire, whatever, y'all be ready to quit any goddamn mom. I bet you Aisha right now, she ready to go work. I'm ready to quit. And she gonna hope her husband come through and bail out, make sure he takes care of everything. That's why she's at that saying, I didn't have to work. It was a luxury. But that's not what y'all really want. Talk about I want to be single. Nah, not really.
On this panel, he said that they wanted to be single, though. But what I will agree with on Louise, I think that in America, it is about individualism. And I think that that's something that's just built inside our culture. And I think that we're a long way away from that changing, right? I also think that when I made the decision that I wanted to start, go to work and do these things, I looked at the benefit that it would bring to my family financially and the goals that was set. And that's just how I looked at it, as I was helping. I was being an addition. And I never looked at it as like it diminished my husband or he wasn't a leader, because he was. Like he had supported me through everything. Like he did everything. So when I came to the table with that, I thought that I was adding and I was, bringing an addition to. Like, and I feel like today's market, guys aren't worth. I haven't met a guy yet that want to pay all the bills. Every guy say, "What do you bring to the table?" So when you're constantly asking women, what do they bring to the table? She's going to continue to boss up. And then y'all are going to continue to say, oh, you're too independent. We're independent, but you ask them what we bring to the table.
I think the reasoning for that,
that's your
hold
on. That's your part. You think we're talking about money when we say bring to the table. There's a clip that Deion Cole said, peace is more valuable than money. But y'all don't bring peace. Y'all bring chaos. Y'all bring destruction. Y'all bring hell to a man's mind. Y'all don't bring it. Look here, you can't put a price tag on happiness and peace. But y'all don't put that. Y'all don't bring that. So when we ask you that, that's really what we're looking for. We'll work 2 or 3 jobs to take care of you if you will bring a peaceful home and you bring good love and a good home cooked meal. But that's not what y'all bringing. You bringing lonely man meals and TV dinners, and you don't halfway give that ass up. Hell no.
And she gonna boss.
I think also.
Let
me go
on you.
Hold on, things are also a little different, I think, than maybe in like Amira's country, for example. Like America is like designed in a way where men have to compete in the workforce with women. So it's like, of course, in an environment where men have to compete in the workforce with women, and also because women are competing with men in the workforce, they have a lot of desires and wants. Then men are gonna ask what you bring to the table. Why? Because all right, in Amira's country, if a woman, I'm pretty sure if a woman gets married to a man and whatever he has is what she's getting. Like, so if he has one house, she's inheriting his one house, right? Whereas in America, a woman can be like, well, I don't like your house. I don't like your house. And so because I don't like your house, I want a bigger one. And you need to get me a bigger one. And American women are kind of in a position to make certain demands that a lot of women in other countries might not make in the same way. So maybe that's why men are saying, hey, well, what are you bringing to the table? Because you're the one who wants to live in an 8-bedroom mansion. I have a house that's perfectly fine, and that might not be good enough for the average American woman. Whereas in other countries, a very modest home might be more than enough in other countries. Now, I don't know for sure. Like, again, I don't live in her country, so I don't know. I'm just guessing. But I definitely think that it's possible that the requests that are coming from women in other countries as opposed to the requests that are coming from women in Western countries are very different. And women here, I think, might want slightly more material things. But I'm gonna let Mira.